Here in the back paddock, standing with trainer Paul Kelley, who sends out a couple of starters in this third race. He also co-owns both of them as well. We're going to start off with the 3-horse Money Man, Paul. He's hit the board in 7 of 8 starts this year, racing over at Plainridge. He's going to transition over to the big track tonight. How do you think he's going to bode well here?
Well, it'll be a little bit of a test. He did very well up in Massachusetts. I think he's a pretty handy colt. I think he's suited really for almost all size tracks. Tonight was a little bit of a test. We'll see how it goes. He may come back next week for the Garden State if he performs good enough tonight.
And for you, though, obviously we've seen him do it any which way, though. Does he have a preferred racing style by any chance, or he can do it any which way?
I think any which way is fine. He raced really well in the final in Massachusetts on the front, but he's just as good off a helmet, so he probably needs a little bit of a trip, and I expect that's what he'll get tonight.
And starting from the outside, the 7-horse Hermoso Rey. You've only had this guy for a couple of starts. He scratched sick the first time, the first pari-mutuel start that you were going to send him out. Made a miscue over at Yonkers in his most recent. Can you talk about maybe the sickness first and why he made the miscue over at Yonkers?
Yeah, we picked him up in late September, and he came into the barn and he just had a little bit of a cough, and I don't know if it was allergy related or what, but we gave him a couple of weeks for that. I really thought that he'd be just fine at Yonkers. He's trained really well. But, sometimes young horses just don't like that track, for the first time, or it takes them a little bit of time to get acclimated to it. So he seems handy, and, New York has I think a 30-day qualifying rule, and New Jersey has a 45-day qualifying rule, so I'm taking advantage of that, and rather than qualifying, we're here to race, and I think he's fit. I think he'd be pretty competitive.
Obviously, just to touch on the brakes, though, we have seen that a lot throughout his young career so far. But for you, is there any quirks maybe that you notice? Is there something that maybe he's just not comfortable with, whether it be on the gate or on the track at all?
Not at all. I mean, I haven't found it yet. I mean, he really acts like a nice little horse to train. We pretty much train him real simple, unchecked, open bridle, and he never misses a beat. So, if there is, I haven't seen a problem, and we'll race him and we'll find out.
And lastly, both of them warmed up super. How were they out there?
Yeah, they both handled everything really well. Acted like they'd been here before, so that's what you like to see.
All right, Paul. Best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Sure. Thanks, John.
All right, Jess, Dave, back to you guys.